Hey, good evening, everybody. Welcome to our Tuesday night coach call. I'm Susan Palace, and I'm excited because tonight is the first Tuesday of the month, and we're going to celebrate those people that advanced in rank this month. And I'll tell you that advancing in rank, sometimes we get nervous about the title, just like our clients can get nervous about the number on the scale, but really the rank is just a measure of those people that we are serving and how many people we're helping. So it's kind of cool that as we advance in rank, we advance in the impact we are making. So one thing I wanted to share real quick is the Academy Awards. I guess it was last week. There was the guy who won the Best Supporting Actor. And in his speech, he says his mentors taught him that he was always, it wasn't about him, he was always in service to his character. He was always in service to the story. And he surrendered to that. And I just thought that resonated so much with what we do as coaches. It's the process that we are surrendering. It's not about us and being needed and being right and having people do what we want them to do. It's about being of service and being a part of their process, their journey as we need them. So, and meeting them where they're at. So I love that. I'm going to go ahead and turn it over. Dee Corchin, I want you to introduce Debbie. And I have asked, given the people are going to speak, some questions to kind of ponder. And so, Dee, would you please introduce Debbie? And we're real excited for her.
Yeah, of course. I'm excited to introduce her. So yeah, we were watching her numbers closely last week and so excited when she reached the new rank of director. So Debbie Pasco has been a coach on our team for a while, and she's a joy to work with because she's very invested. Probably one of the most connected coaches. If you notice, she's always on these calls. She always tunes in on Monday nights, always looking to learn and grow and develop. And so it's fun to be a part of her because a big part of the journey, I think, has been her own self-development in the journey. And she's just an amazing coach with her clients, with her caring heart. So Debbie, I know that Susan outlined the questions for you, so maybe if you can just share a little bit about your experience so far and reaching this new rank.
Okay. Yeah, so her questions were, one of them was asking for the actions and insights and mindset that contributed to the success. And I think for me, it was kind of like a realization that, like, I have the same, Beth Bilton posted that article about how people are kind of turned off by their salesperson friends, they're people trying to sell the makeup and the kitchen items and things like that. And that she's like, oh my gosh, I don't want to be like that. And that's definitely a concept that I have. Like, I don't want to come across as salesy. So I think in a way in a big way, I have held myself back from trying. And I really like Dan Valentine's about, his sidebar about concepts. And he said, so what, like, as far as just posting things on Facebook and stuff like that. So what if they think that you post a lot? So what? And that's something that I'm overcoming. And I'm realizing, though, that there is just so many people out there in the world that are looking for us that we don't have to go hunting for them. So as long as you're there and you're authentic and you're approachable and you're friendly and you let people know what it is that you do, they will find you. And so I think and perhaps that's too passive, but that's kind of what I've done this past little bit, is basically I'm just there and I'm just being the friendly person I can be, and people are coming to me and saying, hey, could I talk to you? And so that's what's grown me this past month. So that I think is exciting. The second question was, what concepts or setbacks did I have to overcome, and or how have I grown as my business has grown? And I would say that I have to learn time management. If I were the boss, I would love to hire me. I think I'm really good at taking orders, and I'm good at like redefining my role. If a boss tells me I want this done, I can be like, okay, and I rock it. but I've never been in charge of myself before as far as this entrepreneurial thing. And so having to juggle mothering and housewifing and friending and health coaching has been, I'm just learning how to be an entrepreneur. And I know a lot of people, it doesn't come natural, but certainly for me, it's not second nature. But I am finding that all the resources that I need are available through Take Shape for Life. So all of the training, all of the guidance, all of the inspiration, everything's provided. So I don't have to look very far. I don't have to wonder. I don't have to think. I don't have to go on the computer and look for it, in the world of the wide web, whatever. It's there. It's at Take Shape for Life. It's in Simple Systems. It's there. So that's nice. And just tapping into my mentors and listening to the trainings that are provided, if I pay attention, I'll get what I need. So that's something that I'm learning. I'm still learning. I'm still a baby. What is most fun, or what has been most fun? Well, I guess I just still find myself surprised that when I do the things that I'm told will work, they work. Like, so getting in action, holy cow, it really works. If you get out of the house and you go out in the world, things happen. What? I know people have told me that forever, but every time I do it, it works, and every time I pay attention to my map, it works, So, and the thing I think that has been the most helpful is the whole picking up the telephone and calling people and instigating conversations. And it doesn't even have to be like, hey, so how you feeling? How's your body? You don't have to do that. You just have to be like, hey, how are you? I haven't talked to you in a while and I care about you. I mean, that people, it happens. So I think it's hilarious that I am still surprised that when you guys say something works, it actually works. What am I most excited about? I still feel like a baby, like I'm still learning and I'm toddling and I'm falling down sometimes and I don't have my balance yet. But in a way that's good because I feel like, okay, not that directors like, ooh, it's a beginning step, but it's something. And so I feel like if I've gotten there at feeling like a toddler, and once I get my stride and once I get my feet under me and I'm doing well, I know I'm going to do well with this company and with this business. And what I'm most excited about is the future because I know that there's a lot of potential for a lot of growth.
Oh, wow, Debbie. Well, thank you so much. I love what Dee said about you, that you are a contributor and you're connected. And I can't tell you what it means, especially to me and the other leaders, when we, in our Facebook page, that you respond and you tap in and you welcome somebody new. It's such a really valuable contribution team, and I can't thank you enough for that. And I love your answers because we're all that being an entrepreneur and learning. I mean, that is a challenge. And I love what you said about being a baby. And I think if you ask any of us, like I'm global director and I still am a baby learning. And I think that's the nature of our business. And I remember the first time I went to Sundance, which is the top leadership training, and I saw people on the stage and they were, double presidentials and everything. And every single person, Dr. A included, went in as a student, still learning. And every year it's the same thing. So I really appreciate that attitude of when I have that vision of getting up and falling down. I remember when my son was learning to walk and I wasn't there and my husband taped it because I wasn't home. And so he'd get up and he'd fall down, get up, fall down. My son never got frustrated. My husband never got mad at him for not getting up fast enough. It was just a process, get up, fall down. Good job. Let's try it again. Get up, fall down. And so I love, right? And that's what you're describing. So I just love your attitude around it. And thank you so much for all you do. And yeah, I do think you have a great future.
Thank you.
Yay. Thank you. All right, Joy, would you introduce to us Miss Kristen, not that she needs an introduction, but Wait, let me unmute you. There you go. Yeah.
Debbie, I want to say congratulations to you first, because just that was amazing. I mean, that was outstanding what you just said. And I think it's just very helpful. And just to see the growth of you from convention, you know, when I met you at convention last year, and to see you transform as well. Like I'm going to talk about Kristen, you know, coming out of this kind of cocoon and becoming this beautiful butterfly. I just see that. And it's really wonderful. So congratulations. And I look forward to seeing you at convention again. So I have the pleasure to introduce Kristen Mallory. You all know her, but she has now really begun to make this business something that she's dreaming about, has dreamt about, and it's coming to fruition of all the hard work that she has been putting in. And you know, Kristen is an expert in another field. You know, she's an amazing hairdresser. There's several people on this call right here whose hair is a testament to that. And so, you know, she has been able to kind of humble herself into a position of learning and mastering another skill. But, you know, she could teach us all a lot of things about all that she knows, but she's been very willing to learn and accept coaching from a lot of us, and just be willing to grow. And it's been really exciting to watch her come from a place of surviving, basically, to really thriving, and, you know, just making all of her dreams come true. And it's been really fun to see her become this even more beautiful butterfly. So I'm excited that she is just moving on up, and next step is we'll be celebrating ED for her, I'm sure, in a very short period of time. So yay, Kristen. Where is she?
Here I am.
Yep, you're unmuted. Thank you, Joy. That was beautiful.
Thank you very much. This has been a long time coming, for sure. And I think in looking at these questions that you sent to me, honest to goodness, the actions, insights, or mindset do I feel that's contributed to my growth? Really and truly, I had to move to the mindset that I deserved this. That was very, very important to me, was getting to that place that I deserved this. And that took a long time. And honestly, I was at a point where, and this stuff, Joy always loves it when I do this to her. I was kind of at a place where I didn't really feel like the things that had happened to me were real health-wise. And a couple months back, I reached out to Amber Stevenson and just wanted to talk to her about her experience with her health. It's actually Amber Smithson, I'm sorry, and just wanted to talk to her about her experience with her health and where does it fit in with her success and her story, because I seem to get pushback and in regards to what has happened with me on my health journey. And one of the questions she asked me is, what is holding you back from getting where you want to be? And I said, I think I am. And her question to me was, why? And I just didn't have the confidence to wrap my brain around the fact that this is real. This is really real. We can help change people's health. And once I got to that realization that what we have to offer is real, that was all it took. And so for me, from a comfort level, I had a talk with Marcia about it, and she really just in casual conversation was telling me that she reaches out to 20 to 40 people a month and just says, hey, just want to check in, see how your new year's going, what's been going on with you. And I was approaching it more from a sales perspective instead of interacting and building a relationship with these people. So every month I sit down and make a list of people that I just want to touch base with and see how they're doing. Not somebody that I want to sell a product to. And that is what made all the difference in the world last month, was reaching out just to check in and see how you are and see what's going on, how's your new year, and getting the confidence in regards to that. And I get some people who say, look, if you're going to try to sell me what you're doing, I'm not interested. And, I've got this clever little line now where I say, well, as a redhead, I look fabulous in green. I am not doing covert operations in my camo to come and sneak and try to sell you something. I genuinely want to know how you're doing. If I was gonna try to sell you something, I would tell you straight away, look, I want to get together and talk about what I'm doing. And immediately after that, they turn around and say, well, what are you doing? Why don't you tell me what you're doing? And so I kind of now make them beg a little bit more about it. I don't go into it right away. And that has been profoundly helpful for me, is just knowing that what we have to offer is amazing. And I'm not going to give it to you straight out of the gate. I'm going to make you come to me and maybe, no, I don't want to say beg a little bit. But I want you to be salivating for what it is that I'm doing. And that has made a huge difference for me. And it's really gotten fun. So I think for me, I've had to learn and experience each and every milestone within this, because I truly feel that I can't go back and learn. I need to learn everything there is to learn on the level that I am on. This can't be about achieving a rank for me or making a pay increase. I've got to love every single step of this process along the way. And that's what makes it fun for me, is that once I learn every nook and cranny of it, then I'm seamless about it, and then I'm ready to move to the next level. And I think that's the perfectionist in me. So, and then I'm just excited about learning more. I'm so lucky to have all of these amazing people right here on this screen that I can learn so many valuable lessons from. And I love that. It's just awesome. So thank all of you guys for everything I've learned from you.
Well, thank you so much, Kristen. You shared so much that's really good. And I love when we talk about, like you talk about mastering competencies. That's what, when we move up, it's like different competencies that we get more, better at. And I will say that I like it. I think you are doing a great job at learning and growing through learning versus trying to get the rank first and backpedaling. So I love what you're saying. Although I will say, it doesn't matter what level you get to, you're still learning.
Yeah.
You're still a beginner. So anyway, go easy on that one. But I just appreciate you and your heart and passion for helping people. And I love what you said about reaching out, just to reach out. It's almost like it's exactly what Debbie said. That seems to be the key to success, and I think so. So thank you guys so much. So I wanted to cut real quickly. I've got two of you gals, made their 7,000 frontline volume, which is, and again, it's just that, that you haven't reached that before. And then last month, bam, both of y'all. So Sandy, will you share real quickly what it is you think you attribute your success to around that?
I would say that writing down my goals, they seemed really large, and I thought, wow, how am I going to do this? I put 7,000 for my goal, and I ended up at 8,600, which I don't know how that even happened, and $30 from 10,000. I'm like, what? But and I set aside time to work the business. I love working with Craig Blanchett during the Power Hour. That's been great, and it just seems like many of the crops that I planted harvested. In the last 10 days, I got 6 new clients and talked to 2 more today. At the dance that I go to, I'm known as the health coach now, and they grabbed me Sunday night, introduced me to a 630-pound man who was there, and yeah, it's just happening everywhere I turn, and I have taken charge of my life, dropped 10 pounds, lots of yoga, feeling great. And it just seems to, when I take care of me, I live above the line, and anything can happen when you live above the line.
Imagine that, taking care of yourself and having a good time and being known as the person who, reaches out. And then setting a structure, the Power Hour, we can share with you, anyone who's interested. I'm sure Sandy will share with you, or I'll share with you a structure to put into place. Yeah, because he's great. He teaches us things, and it's a structure around just doing the things that you want to do anyway, but having some company around it. So, and then Joy, thank you, Sandy. Can't wait to hear more. Very cool. And then Joy, you reached over 7 too. What were some of your, I'm going to unmute you, and what were some of your, what did you learn? How'd you grow? What'd you see?
Well, congratulations, Sandy. That's awesome. That's very exciting. I think that mine's going to be a little more technical. I think Sandy's is a little more ethereal. Mine's going to be more technologically based. Not really, but just trying to streamline a lot of the things that I'm doing and getting organized around that, and trying to do better at time management. Debbie, working on my time management and getting more of a structure in place. I think follow-up has been important in what I did this month, and just I need to continue to do that a little bit more. Debbie, I like your idea of just reaching out and making some definite goals around how many new connections that you're making. I'm not doing that as specifically as you are, but that is something I know I can be better at. I think that the time blocking, just using some of the information that we learned at Go Global, putting some of that into practice, and just being inspired by, by Kristen moving up, and just trying to coach her and, be present for her. So I'm just excited about us becoming fully Optavia and the whole offering that we're going to have in the future. I think we're all in a very good place, and we're in the right place at the right time with the right company. And I tell people this all the time. It's like I always thought it was good when I got involved 3 years ago, and it just keeps getting better and better. And it seems like it's too good. It's almost too good to be true, but it is, and it's real, and it's exciting to just know that, to be a part of it. So I think when you go again with that mindset kind of thing that Kristen was talking about, when you come from that place, you're bulletproof for the most part, and you're just excited for people to make these transformations that they're making, and they're excited about it. And that's just fuel that, that just adds fuel to the fire. So I don't know if that was helpful, but that's kind of what
it was. Joy, it was beautiful. It was really helpful. Thank you so much. Awesome. And we'll be hearing from you more. And I love what you said about Kristen. When people move up, they kind of light a fire under us. Their excitement gets us fueled. So I love that. And there's nothing more exciting than starting a new coach or starting a new client. And I want to share with you guys, one of the coaches was saying that they, had a goal to start 5 new clients. That's one of our, kind of goals that you want to think about, 5 to 7 new clients. And so one of the techniques that I learned is lines on paper. We learned this a while ago, and I haven't brought it up. So we've got some new coaches that, hold on, I just kind of fill in my lines on paper. Okay, so what you do is take an index card, or I take my little Take Shape for Life pad, and I'm super excited to help 5 new clients and 2 new coaches. Can't wait to meet them. And then I write 1 in a line, 2 in a line, 3 in a line, 4 in a line, 5 in a line. And then my coaches down here, 1 and 2. And then I have my list of people that I'm always adding to. I have a notebook. But as people come to my mind, I write them to the side. And so I keep this on my desk called Lines on Paper. And it's just a technique to help keep you focused. So if I want to start 5 new clients and it's March 15th and I've only got 2, well, when I sit down, I go, oh, I need to reach out to some people. And so it really helps keep you focused on being very intentional. So you just write lines on paper, how many clients you want to start, and I just keep little notes beside it. But it's a great technique, and so I hope that helps. All right, well, we don't have
mine. I do it. I've been doing it for years as well. I do it on an index card, and it's right here. Yeah, I've already started filling them in, but yeah, I've been doing it for years. It works.
Thank you, T. Exactly. T's got a big business, so I love that. And well, I hope that's helpful, practical. Thank you all for inspiring us tonight, and for all that you do to get America healthy. So we'll see you next week. Good night, everybody.